We are very fortunate to have two special guests this evening, and one of which is one of our own that we're very proud of, and it is my privilege to introduce to you our 43rd District Representative, Jamie Peterson.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to see you tonight. We're very happy to be here in Olympia. For once, I'm glad to be down here when it's not session. 8 years ago, we had an election, as you might remember. And at the end of that election, which didn't end on election night, but kept going and going and going, we had one contest that was decided by 133 votes. Considerably fewer than the number of people who are here in the hall tonight. And I want you to stop and think about that for a minute, because the governor who was elected did some very different things than would have done the governor who was not elected. The lady that I'm about to have the privilege to introduce has, in the course of her time in office, done more than any other governor in the history of this country to advance LGBT rights. You know, that's a bold claim, isn't it? But after 30 years of struggle, she is the governor who signed into law and brought us across the finish line on the Civil Rights Bill. She signed hate crimes protections for transgendered people. She signed 3 domestic partner bills, including the only one in the history of our country to have been approved by the voters of the state of Washington. She signed a law in 2011 that provided for recognition of out-of-state marriages of gay and lesbian couples. She signed the broadest parentage protections for same-sex couples in the whole country in 2011. And this year, she told her story about her own journey to support of marriage equality, and not only signed the bill, but made it request legislation. Just over a year ago, Senator Murray and I got on the phone with her, and that wasn't something that we even asked. It's something that she offered, that she wanted to do for us. And she made that a focus of her last session, helped us get us to this point, and since then has been working tirelessly, including just this last week, a fundraising trip to California to help for the referendum. So I hope that you will join me in giving a raucous welcome to our governor, Christine Gregoire.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And all of you know, you live in Olympia, that no one person gets anything done in the Washington State Legislature. And I want to say that there were a number of people, but one of the absolute champions in making sure we've done what we have done since 2005, when I took office, is Jamie Peterson. Please welcome and thank Jamie Peterson for what he's done. Here we are in Olympia, Washington. We have got these fantastic women's choir. Can we give them a great round of applause? And we will soon hear from the men's chorus. Will we please give them a round of applause? And I want to thank them. They are going to 5 locations, and they included this great place to come to support R74. So I come here tonight to say to you, is it worth having them here for us to win R74? Is it worth it? it to all of us to make sure that the children of Washington State can proudly say we have marriage equality in Washington State. Are we ready to ensure that we are not California, we are Washington State, and we are the first in the United States to say yes to marriage equality at the ballot box? I want to share a story with you. It was February 23rd, as many of you may know, in which I signed the marriage equality bill. And it was just a few days thereafter when President Obama came to Everett, landed, and I was the first to greet him as he came down the stairs from Air Force One. And he greeted me and gave me the hug, and then he started whispering in my ear in a way that no one else could hear what he was saying. And what he said to me on that occasion was, you have no idea how proud I am of you. Thank you for what you've done. History will be on our side. We will ensure equality in the United States. Congratulations and thank you. My mouth was open. My mouth was wide open. He kept going down the line to say hi to everyone. I continued to be my mouth open and dumbfounded. And I said to myself, he has taken the same journey. He is ready. It's a matter of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud of President Barack Obama for leading for the first time in history that presidential lever for marriage equality. And as Jamie mentioned, I want you to know, I have been to Arizona. I repeat that, Arizona. I've been to New Mexico. I've been to DC. Last week, I went to California, I went to LA, and I went to San Francisco. I can't tell you the level of enthusiasm for what is happening here in Washington State. The nation is watching. They are ready. People are optimistic as all get out. There are those who've donated millions of dollars along the way in other states. They've gotten a little bit of fatigue, I have found. But when I tell them the journey that we've been on in this state, and I tell them what the polls say, I tell them about our campaign, and I tell them that we're the first to do civil unions at the ballot box, I want you to know they are ready, they are charged, they're looking forward to November 6th, where the first ever election at the ballot box for marriage equality will happen in the great state of Washington. So there's a lesson to be learned from Prop 8 in California. As you probably know, they were doing just fine. And it was just on the eve, really, of the election. It was like 10 days out. Suddenly, millions came on the airwaves with distortions and lies. So we're ready. We're ready with your support. We take absolutely nothing for granted. There is no one we are not reaching out to say that this state has been on a journey. This state is ready. This is our moment. Let history reflect that we stood up at our moment in time as the great state of Washington and said that we will no longer allow discrimination for same-sex couples. We will allow the children of same-sex couples to be proud and see no difference as they should. We will allow moms and dads and aunts and uncles to be able to attend a wedding and proudly say, I love this couple and I'm here to support them just like I would any other couple. So let me just say, take nothing for granted. To the end, on November 6th, fight as hard as you can. Talk to everybody you can. Get all the support you can. Contribute all you can. This is our moment. This is our time. Washington State will be the first in the nation to do marriage equality at the ballot box. Let's go, Washington State.